Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? So today I'm just going to, open up these commander decks, and frankly, they're pretty darn good commander decks again, which is nice because it's been a minute since they had, I guess the Modern Horizons 3 ones weren't bad, but still. I just want to pop them open, right? We'll take a quick run through, quick see, and of course then we'll open up those collector sample booster things, and maybe we'll find something cool there. So I know that Squirreled Away, this is the big one, right? That's the one that people went crazy for. Peace Offering, of course, that is your group hug deck. So there's nothing like mind-blowing out of these decks, but they seem to be pretty solidly built. I haven't looked at everything yet, as I never do. So let's get everything out of here. Mrs. Bumbleflower, or Miss Bumbleflower. So I guess they don't come with the... Yep, they do not. So they used to have that kind of thing in there. So it doesn't come with the life counter thing. And then, of course, there's your sample booster. Yeah, these ones actually felt like a good value overall, which was nice, because I don't feel like we've really had that since, excuse me, what's that say? Ixalan. Why can't I not get this open? Come on. What the heck? It's like folded up on itself. Well, okay. This is a dumb video, folks. It's one of those occasions in which you have a channel and you're opening products, so you might as well do it on camera, as I've done before, which is funny. Like, my second or third most popular video ever was the Brothers War collector. Brothers War deck opening, which was still wild to me. I was super enthused going into those decks, admittedly. Like, I was super excited for those two decks. In fact, one of them, I kind of turned, well, the Urza one specifically, it turned into kind of like an Urza clone deck. Just kind of fun, and it's all right. It's not like a super good Urza deck. It's not like... Okay, this is silly. I hope you all fast forwarded. This is dumb. Why can't I not get this? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna rip. Okay. Jesus, what a adventure. All right. Let's open up this sample thing. Maybe we'll get a cool mythic, huh? Odds are low of that, but who knows? Hey, we did! The infamous Cruel Claw in foil. Cool. That's good. And, oh, they did uncommons this time. Oh, wait, they did uncommons in the past. Never mind. Hey, but Cruel Claw. Dig it. Okay. So this was Miss Bumbleflower, which is kind of the worst of the four decks. Group Huggy, which can be awesome. Apparently in the collector, is it in the collector boxes you can actually get the gilded foil versions of these front face commanders? Mr. Foxglove, what do you do? Is he? You had me at Bant. Okay, well, that costs a lot to play, but an interesting little life. Tameo! Neat. That's right, you get one Planeswalker per. Do either of these four have Liliana, or was Liliana only in the collectors along with Jace? I don't know all the deals going on, but that's cool. Tenuous Truce, okay. Lauren, that's a good addition. Steel Burr from the... Oh, it's from this deck. Tempt with Bunnies, so a new Tempt card. That's easy enough for that level of mana. Who wants to create a bunny? That's actually kind of a neat little card, I'll admit. Okay. In fact, I need an extra copy of that. I have a home for that. While it's way out of place in that deck from a theme perspective, what it does fits perfectly. All right. So I'm not going to look through everything, but I am fascinated by some of these cards. Admittedly, like this deck, I'm probably just going to tear it apart. But there does seem to be things that I could see myself using. Hoofprints of the Stag, huh? Huh, okay. So that's not terrible. Okay, and you don't have to tap it to actually make it. All right, that's actually a neat little token generator. All right, Mangara, Sphinx of Enlightenment. I don't know you. I'm sure you're a reprint. Target opponent draws a card and you draw 3 cards. Okay. New artwork for Forgotten Ancient. That's kind of neat. I like that. It's a card I loved back in the day. In fact, still have it in one deck that makes heavy use of it. Oh yeah, when that thing hits the field in that deck, get rid of it. Mana Gorger. Rites of Flourishing, huh? What do you do? Oh, alright, well, I mean, that's group huggy, isn't it? Attempt with Discovery, Colonian Hydra, okay. Fabra Elder, that's a decent little reprint. Simic Ascendancy, which makes sense in this deck entirely. Which orrery is this? Each player. And they get to draw cards, okay. Alright, so I know Professor commented on this, that the mana base is much better than they have been recently. Edakar Waste is a good start. Seachrome Coast, even though Fastlands aren't as good in Commander, but still, it's better than some of the ones they use. Glacial Fortress, a classic. Hinterland Harbor, not bad. Razorverge Thicket 2. Hey, Flooded Grove, good. New artwork for Exotic Orchard that fits the theme perfectly. Okay. Yeah, this is a very usable mana base, isn't it? Nothing crazy. Sunpel Grove, good to see you. Chasm Skulker, kind of fits. Octomancer, what do you do? Gift an Octopus. You may promise an opponent a gift as you cast a spell. When you do, they create an 8/8 blue octopus. Why do I want to do that? At the beginning of each end step, create a token that's a copy of target creature token that entered the battlefield this turn. At the beginning of each end step, that's why. Okay, I see. That is a big effect. That is a cool effect. Yeah, the Toad. Yeah. Hey, Perplexing Test. Okay. Feels at home here. You know, with a few changes to this deck, you would leave Group Hug and you'd move it into an incredibly annoying deck to play against. You'd need a different commander, but... Alright, hey, new Sol Ring art. I always do like new Sol Ring arts. They really seem to kind of knock it out of the park with all the different Sol Ring arts, because it's such an iconic card. But we also have a new Arcane Signet. That bunny looks terrifying. Seriously? That is a terrifying bunny. Alright, so Miss Bumbleflower. Not bad. Well, yeah, didn't a professor gave like all of them an A and gave that one a B+, right? So even a B+ was like, it's still good. Sometimes it's hard to tell with him. I was trying to remember. I'm like, oh yeah, he did kind of like them all. Yeah, that's honestly, I could change that out of Group Hug in a snap. And there's a whole bunch of different commanders I could choose in place of Miss Bumbleflower. Now, whether or not you want to do that, that's a separate deal. I'll admit I haven't really fully looked at these commanders. Yeah, I you know, I've been busy with life. Just really busy with life. Happily busy with life, perhaps I should say. All right, so we got Xenia, Valley's Voice, huh? So a bird bard. Hey, is this gonna be a bird commander? Kinda. Creature spells you cast have offspring too. That's a fun effect. That seems super abusable. Huh, okay. That's not bad. All right. Okay, the Thorn Vault Forager. And the Honored Dray Leader. Okay. Cool Claw. Cruel Claw, of course, is one of the cards I really wanted myself out of this. It's a card I see myself playing with easily. Because I like chaos effects sometimes. And I like casting things out of exile. So, combine those factors on a 3/3 for 3 menace critter who can get in there and actually connect. Seems good. Seems good. Not incredibly good, but good. It's not like game breaking. I don't think that card. Come on, get off. See, the stupid thing is stuck on my head. It's not like game breaking, but it's good. Yeah, I mean, I don't see Cruel Claw being a $20 mythic, but that's okay. So Zinnia seems really neat. Like I am really into this card. I don't know. Arthur. Okay, we have a Mouse Knight. So whenever he attacks and one other creature attacks with the tops of the cards, you may put a creature card. One of my favorite types of effects in the world. Okay. You know what? This would be super at home as an addition to an Eowyn deck, wouldn't it? Okay. So then we have a foil Elspeth. Okay, Marshall Coog, just going to make tokens. Jacked Rabbit. Murmuration. Oh wait, do we have Stormcrow tokens? We must have Stormcrow tokens. Ah! It has graduated with the Tarmogoyf to token status. Okay. Yeah. Restore Angel, Apparition. Okay. Hey, Luminous Broodmoth. Okay. Sun's Titan. Polywog Prodigy. This thing is awesome. This is an awesome card. Like this is so at home with so many different. It's already high, and I'm hoping it's going to drop some after all this stuff comes out and is out, because I feel like I need a couple more. Biden to Thassa. Hey, Curiosity Crafter. Be careful with that card. I decked myself once. All right, Combat Celebrant. Always has become a Helm of the Host. It's an interesting addition to this. Okay. Castle Arden Vale. Got the new one. It's good to see. New one too. All right. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot of. See, it's too dependent, and that's what I don't like about it. Like that's the kind of card that needs an upgrade. New artwork for Rapid Hybridization. I like the new artwork. Junkwinder is good. Oh, I hate Aetherize. Specifically, I hate it because it gets played against me. I hate Aetherize. That card and I, we've got issues with one another. I will say that this deck actually feels like it is in dire need of upgrades. Dire need. Like the Miss Bumblesnout. Oh, sorry. Bumbleflower one. That actually seems kind of cool. That one needs upgrades. In the worst kind of way. And then it was going to be awesome. All right. Animated Army. Okay. Always so much trash after doing this. I always wish I could get the minimal packaging ones, but LGSs don't really sell those. Like, it's cool, all this neat packaging looks good and all that, and I appreciate good packaging and all, but I don't need all this garbage. Bellow. So Bellow, at time of this filming, if you manage to pull a Bellow in the raised foil, gilded foil treatment out of a collector box, it's like $150. I assume, is it because Trash Panda? It's pre-release pricing, so I don't know what's going to happen after, but is it because Trash Panda? I understand if it is. We finally get Trash Pandas. Curious little critters. Oops. Wild Seer, huh? Elemental Wolf. Okay. Let's see what's in the little sampler pack. Now, I know that in the minimal package ones, I don't think that comes with the sample packs. Not that those should be a factor. Okay. Wild Seer. Alright, we got an extended art Wild Seer to go with the deck. And a Bone Cache Overseer. What's Bellow do? I haven't looked. Okay. Something tells me this is going to love things like junk tokens. So combining with a little bit of Fallout, obviously treasure tokens, which green has given plenty of support to, and red already had all the support for that. Oh, with mana value, wait. Oh, with mana value 4 or greater. That's weird. Okay. Indestructible haste and it. Okay. All right. I see it. All right. What's Wild Seer do? Enchantment spells you cast from your hand have Cascade? Okay. That's not bad at all. Donry. He turned into, what is he now? What is that? Is that a beaver? Is Donry a beaver? Okay, Vitali. Because get to cast things from people's libraries. Treasure tokens, but treasure tokens don't really play with the front face commander. Pyre Swipe Hawk seems kind of neat. So I'm interested, right? So the thing's got to be casting cost 4 or more. Now the non-aura enchantments, that part's easy. So cards like this, Berserker's Onslaught. Oh, it would give itself double strike, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, so I feel like that's got to be the build, huh? It's got to be enchantment based. I could be wrong, but I feel like it's got to be enchantment based because there's a lot of them. Okay. Yeah, classic Warstorm Surge. Yeah. Okay, Los Cobra, Evercoat Ursine. Hideaway ×2. Thickest in the thicket. Saw that already. That's Galta. Natural growth, which makes sense because it's enchantment and all those things will get big. Which also means you should probably play with the other ones. And you should probably get a Zopindrel in there too. I think I'm talking myself into building this deck. Alright, Kodama, so allows you just to like play more things. Grothama! Yeah, that checks out. Ooh, we need some, I wonder if there's any enchantment creatures that would go. No, yeah, it says non-aura. Belos, Bootlegger Stash, Primeval Bounty, Spine of, what is this? I don't think it's new, but what are you? Alright, so 7 enters, blows up a thing. When it dies, return. Okay, so it's repeatable, but kind of expensive for a color combination that doesn't need that. Whatever. It probably plays better than I think it would. New artwork for Blasphemous Act. I enjoy that. Lone Speaker. Hey, Tendershoot Dryad. If swear to God, if this gets down to $1, I'm buying a couple more. Rolling Hand Spear. I've already talked about it in the Commander deck. This seems like a fun card. And I generally don't like vehicles that much. That's not bad. That's an uncommon. Okay. I haven't fully gone through the uncommons yet in a set at the time of this filming. Wander-tailed Mentor, huh? Yeah. Big Score. This could be a fun deck. That one could be a fun deck, especially with some upgrades. That could explain why Bellow, the fancy version, is going for a fair amount. So, I mean, we're 20 minutes in already, folks. This is just one of those videos where I open these up. You already know what's in these. You know, this isn't enlightening by any stretch. But for those that watch, I appreciate you. So, all right. Open this thing up. These just go temporarily, and these, they don't stay there. But until I get everything filed away and all that stuff, they will. And actually, I will sleeve up the actual foils before I put these things in their temporary area. Slash, I'm going to give 2 of these commanders some thought, actually. I was going to go ahead and do Madison Lee, since energy cards got a whole bunch of support, and that sounded cool. And I just didn't feel like it. I just really wasn't feeling it. And it's been a while since I felt like building a new commander. And, I liked Omo, but I was like, it's another... I have enough Simic. I don't need another Simic. As cool as Omo is. And then I was going to build Nadu. I've talked about that. Valley Floodcaller, Long River Lurker. I even, ahead of time, got ahead of the curve on getting things for Nadu, because I was going to build Nadu, but Nadu has become such a terror. And frankly, seeing it in action, I understand. It looks very unfun to play against. So I'm good with not building it, to be honest. Because if I can have triggers, like if I could speed up the trigger process, because I like trigger heavy decks, so that's why it interested me. But it needs to be sped up dramatically, and you can't speed it up in that particular deck. So I can try to move faster, but... So, the squirrel deck. This is the expensive one. Of course, because squirrels, right? So from my understanding, Chatterfang would still be the best commander for this deck. Which is good, because Chatterfangs aren't that expensive. And they just, I put it in the Imagine Critters too, right? So Chatterfangs, they don't cost an arm and a leg. What do you do? Okay, so you can pay 2 life, tap a bunch of tokens to create a bunch of mana. Okay, that seems like a thing. Most things that are squirrel based or like this shouldn't even cost that much mana, so I don't know what I'd do with that other than flood. Okay. Yeah. Well, see that last ability. That's where it's at. So this is definitely a 99 member. The Odd Acorn Gang. Squirrels you control have. So you can pump one up. It itself has Menace, Trample, and Reach. Jeez. Those squirrels are strong squirrels. Okay. And whenever a squirrel deals combat damage to a player, you draw a card. 1 or more. So, okay, so it's got the Toski type thing. Wait, does Toski only do... No, Toski does multiples. Never mind. So we got Garrick, who I guess is now a bear. I mean, that checks out. Okay, so let's go through this. So this deck doesn't necessarily care about squirrels, right? It cares just more about tokens. Saw in half with new artwork. So they've added it to the non-un stuff. Good, because that was a super playable card. Okay, 4 runners. Hey, Toski. I was hoping that would have new artwork, I'll admit, and it does not. That's sad. Beastmaster Ascension. That does have new... Okay, why does that not get new artwork and this gets new artwork? Come on, I want new art. I want a new Toski artwork. Oh well. Second Harvest gets new artwork. Oh, Chatterfang is in the deck. Well, that makes it easy enough. Just swap them out. Maskwood Nexus. Okay, even though the deck doesn't seem to care that hard about... Yeah, deck doesn't care that hard about that. Whatever. Woodland Cemetery. Swarmyard. That's right. They did add that with new artwork. Okay. Gilded Goose. Maelstrom Pulse with new artwork. Oh, wait, no. That's not new artwork, is it? No. Wait, is it? I don't recall ever seeing this one. But that's Nicol Bolas in the... Bellatrix! I love me some Bellatrix. Having said that, I rarely ever actually get to play with Bellatrix, because when I drop Bellatrix, it gets blown up. And understandably, like, people go, sorry. I'm like, no, don't apologize. You did the right thing. I'm all for people doing the right thing, even if it's against me. It's okay. It's okay. I'll sit here and be a little like, for a second, but that's the right move, and make the right move, right? those are a lot of my thoughts on Commander. Zooport reprint, awesome. We needed that. Those things have been Zoolports have been creeping. They've been Prosperous Innkeeper, Haywire Might, okay, Provisioner. Yeah, this seems like a pretty sweet deck out of the box, to be honest. Yeah, Skulk. Yeah, that's a pretty sweet deck out of the box. That one seems ready to roll. Anyway, yeah, it kind of goes with some of my thoughts on Commander, and someday I'll share more of them. But like, I don't mind people playing with fast mana. I don't mind, even if I don't. You know, sometimes you play with stronger decks and all. It's all about threat assessment in the end. Like, the table just has to threat assess. Yeah, sometimes that person will drop a Soul Ring and then drop a Mana Crypt, and then they, so like, this always comes back to me like in Rhystic Study, and I saw a really interesting thing on Reddit where there was people really discussing cards like that, and one person said the greatest comment I could ever read based around cards like that, Mystic Remora and Smothering Tithe, because a lot of people were treating it that it stacks. And then there were other people who were like, how the hell is it stacks? It's not stopping me from playing the game. I'm so confused. It's not stacks. And people are like, oh, it stacks. And then probably one person who understands the difference popped in and was like, no. In CEDH, those cards are stacks. Because nobody wants to let that person draw anything or ramp anything. In Casual, it's merely ramping card draw. It's like, yeah, that seems pretty accurate, isn't it? Because, like, so y'all are familiar with Wildcat MTG, right? That dude seems to always have a Rhystic Study. All the damn time. He drops a Rhystic Study. I don't know how he does it. And, I kind of notoriously don't pay. I'll admit. Does that make me a monster? Maybe. In some people's eyes, probably does. But I also start to look at that person and I start to formulate how I'm going to beat them before they get rolling. Meaning that you're about to become the subject of my ire on anything I'm going to have to do because you are drawing lots of cards and kind of getting ahead of the table here. That's threat assessment. So personally, I don't mind. Okay, you got that Rhystic Study out. Great. It means you're going to have a lot of choices. Doesn't necessarily mean you're going to necessarily get that far ahead, other than you'll be able to have almost like, in a way, perfect turns, I guess you can say, because you're going to have plenty of options to pick from. But that's fine. You go ahead and make that play. And I'm probably sitting on some removal, and I'm going to go ahead and put an end to that. Right? That's threat assessment. That's okay. That's good. It's interaction. It's good. Right? I don't have to sit here and be like, oh my god, I have to not play a card because I don't have the mana to pay the one for the Rhystic Study this turn, because it's like turn 4 and I'm trying to play 4 mana thing or 5 mana thing. So I don't believe in that, right? Because then that other person's still going to be advancing their board state while you sit there doing nothing. No, I'm going to advance my board state and then I'm going to focus on that person as the villain. That's the way to do it. And again, that's because that's Casual, not CEDH, where allowing others to draw cards is going to be your certain doom. That's a different situation, folks. I just wanted to share that little, since we're on a Commander video, if you're still even paying attention, that's just that little thought around Commander gameplay, right? I have a lot more thoughts about Commander gameplay, and I guess I'll share them a little bit as we go. Anyways, I'm going to end this here because we're at 30 minutes and nobody wants to listen to my ramblings anymore for today. Appreciate y'all. Bye.